Hello, my name is Eddie Boguslawski, and I am your child's biology teacher this semester at Rochester Adams. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video and get to know a little bit more about myself and the class. So just a little bit of information about me. I grew up in Warren, so I've been in the Metro Detroit area pretty much my whole life except for college. I graduated from Cousino High School in 2005. After that, I attended Michigan State, where I had obtained my undergraduate degree in biological sciences with a minor in integrated science and a teaching certificate. A couple of years ago, I completed my master's degree in science education from Western Michigan University. This is now my 10th year of teaching. All years have been at Adams, and I couldn't be happier. It's a great school, it's a great community, great students, great staff, everything. So, get to know a little bit more about the course. What exactly is biology? It is a required science class, so every student has to take this class in order to graduate. The class is designed to provide students with a background in the basic concepts associated with the life sciences. It is a full year class, so your student might have me again next semester, or he or she may have one of the other biology teachers at Adams. So why is it important? As I already mentioned, it is a required class. But the state of Michigan also requires students to take at least 3 years of high school science. Now I say the at least part because many students at Adams end up taking 4 or even more years of science by doubling up in their junior or senior year because we offer plenty of electives, some of which I'll talk about in a minute. In Rochester, students typically take physical science during their freshman year. That satisfies the requirements of the physical science standards in the Michigan science curriculum, biology during their sophomore year, and then they choose between either chemistry, physics, or astronomy and geology, also known as earth and space science, and an elective for their 3rd year of science. So biology, in order to take some of the more advanced science electives that we have, biology is a prerequisite for them, including AP Biology, Forensics, Anatomy and Physiology, AP Environmental Science, Genetics and Microbiology, Pathology, Vertebrates, and Botany. So what will we cover this year? First semester, we're starting out with the characteristics of life. So basically answering the question of what does it mean to be alive? What makes something living versus non-living? After that, within that, we'll get into biochemistry and cellular energy and also talk about the cell. And from there, we'll move into DNA, protein synthesis, and genetics. During second semester, we'll be covering evolution, ecology, and conservation. And if there's time at the end of the year, we'll get into some taxonomy and classification as well. So you may be wondering during remote learning, what can you do to help your student be successful in my class? So I have a couple of tips for you. Class will always begin with a video call of the whole class at the scheduled class time. Biology meets during 3rd hour. My class is 3rd hour. So that means I'll be meeting with your students from 12:30 to 2 o'clock on Mondays and Thursdays. So at 12:30, they should be signed into the Google Meet link that's provided on Google Classroom to begin class. During class, I hope that students are engaged and participating with the learning just as they would in a regular classroom. Hopefully that means their camera is on, they're answering questions, partaking in class discussions, listening when their classmates or I are speaking, and just being a generally engaged student. All work and notes for the class can be found on Google Classroom. Students have been doing pretty good the first couple of weeks of accessing those. As any issues come up though, I'm of course available to help them. And if at any time you or your student have any questions or issues, please do not hesitate to contact me. The best way to get in contact with me is my school email address. I typically check that several times a day, so I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I want to be there to help you, and I want all of us to work together to have a really successful school year, whether we are remote or back in person or however it happens. So thanks so much again for taking the time to watch this video, and I'm glad that you let me share some of my stuff.